Welcome to another episode of Fall in Line Podcast. I am your host, Ross. I'm here with my co-host, TT and Austin. Fellas, another week in the books. Week 16. Usually, we would only have 1 week left after this, but they added that extra week. So thank God we get to do this for a little bit longer, but it's coming down to that time. We said it last week, said it the week before. Welcome back to my guy, TT here. We squeezed him in. He was out here protecting the roads and all that, So yeah, why don't you start us off with how you are feeling about your team? I know that Austin might have to go last for this one. I don't know, but TT, let's hear it, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, there's not much to say. I mean, we don't even have a team right now. We actually broke the record this year for most players in a season to play on a team. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, the record was 91. I believe we're at like 96 or something like right now. So we have, I mean, it is what it is. Injuries. You look at us, you look at the Rams, you look at, I guess you could say, the Broncos. You look at a few teams this year and you see a lot of injuries. So
what I am going to say is
all you can really say.
I'm going to say that your roster talent adding a potential top 8, top 10 pick is going to be nuts.
It all depends if Kyler plays or not, man.
Yeah. I mean, is Trace McSorley like the guy now? Is Colt McCoy out for a while?
Colt McCoy is in concussion protocol. He hasn't been cleared yet. Right now we have Trace McSorley starting with Carson Strong just got cut literally 20 minutes ago. So I'm not sure who's backing us up.
Well, that's probably a good sign for Colt McCoy being okay.
Well, they added like 2 other quarterbacks to the practice squad. And
you guys got David Blau. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think we're going to sign him to the active squad. Who knows?
Yeah, he can sling it a little bit. I'll give him his credit. He left Detroit on kind of bad terms, but he can still sling it.
I'm tired of watching Colt. So
yeah, I mean, as a Hopkins fantasy owner, I thought that they were going to be like, okay, we have our backup in, let's just focus on Hopkins, but they're really not. Like, they're spreading it out to like Robbie Anderson and such. It's like, come on now, let's focus up, get the ball to our star.
The lost cause, man. Who knows how the next season is going to go either with Kyler being hurt. So
yeah, I really hope that it was a torn ACL, correct? Confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed. So I don't see him coming back till mid-season next year.
Yikes. All right, I will go next. Kind of a completely different energy right now. I'm on top of the world with the Lions. I mean, starting out 1-6, going 6-1, and being 7-7 now, while being favored in our next 2 games. I guess I can't say that about the Bears yet, but they should be favored at home against the Bears. They are favored against the Panthers this weekend, and the Lions kind of control their own destiny here. If they win out, they're in. They got at Carolina, home versus the Bears, and then at Green Bay. The Green Bay game, if they are playing full strength, is a very tough game. But the Lions control their own destiny. They win out, they're in. Otherwise, if they win their next 2 and the Seahawks lose their next 2, which is against tough opponents. I know the Seahawks play the Chiefs this week. I think they play the Jets next week. So they have some tough opponents coming up. Also, the Commanders could lose their next 2 against the 49ers. And then I forgot the other team that plays a good team as well.
Eagles, I think.
Yes, it might be. It's either the Eagles or the Cowboys, one of the 2. So the Lions can really clinch it before they even go to Lambeau, as long as the Packers lose one. But I'm feeling great right now. The Lions control their own destiny for the playoffs, which I never thought I'd be saying for the next 2 years. Dan Campbell's rebuild is way ahead of itself right now. This is just icing on the cake. I'm extremely excited. Jared Goff is playing out of his mind. We're getting healthy at the right time. If we get in the playoffs, we are not a team people want to see. I promise you that, but we'll get to that. Austin, I want to give you a little bit of time to talk about your team, because this weekend, what a nightmare. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I think everybody looks at that last play of the game, but what it comes down to is we just didn't deserve to win that game. Besides Stevenson having 172 rushing yards, Mac Jones only had a 42% completion. And we just couldn't stop that air attack with Potter and Keelan Cole. Wally was back. Yeah, we just didn't deserve to win that game.
Cole was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Clean cut, out of
Yeah.
bounds.
I think it just comes down to Vegas. That's what happens when you put a team in Vegas. They're gonna give them wins.
That was a crazy call. I cannot believe they stood with that touchdown call. It looked to me like it was clear as day his foot was out of bounds, but I mean, I still can't believe the Jacoby Myers decision. And, he owned up to it. I actually really liked his interview after the game where he was just, nope, there was nothing called there. I made that decision. That was my decision. I shouldn't have done that. I need to take care of the ball and go down. No one told me to pitch it. No one said to keep doing that. I did it, which was cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, nobody had more than 2 catches on the team. So
yeah,
it's just, other offense is just not it.
Matt Patricia.
Pierre Strong had 3. Pierre Strong.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Good man.
Sorry, it was only 12 yards lost, and I just wanted to correct you. Sorry.
All right. Let's get to the pick'ems, boys. TT. Maybe we should just have you text us your picks all the time so you don't think about them so much. You just pick teams. Because you are the belt winner, and I don't know where the belt is right now. I apologize. I might have hit it because I'm behind Austin by a game now, or by a week now. TT, you were 12-4. The ultimate winning pick for yours was the Steelers. You picked the Steelers to upset who I forgot who they played, to be completely honest with you.
Panthers.
The Panthers. Where did I lose? The Giants?
You lost the Giants. I think all 3 of us lost the same one. So the Giants, the Cowboys, and
Did I take the Dolphins?
You did take the Dolphins. You took the Dolphins over the Bills. So that was your loss right there. And then we all took the Cardinals. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's your 4. Austin, you and I had another one somewhere. I don't remember where it was.
Yeah.
Did you guys take the Ravens?
No, I took the Browns. Austin took the Ravens. So I lost another one along the way. I don't remember who it was, but
Falcons, maybe.
You took the Patriots.
I took the Patriots over the Raiders. Yes. No, I picked the Saints over the Falcons because I knew Desmond Ridder was going. All right, TT, congratulations, man. You're at 5 now, I believe. 5 wins?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
You're at 5. I'm at 7. Austin's at like 8. So you are not out of it. You win these next 2, you tie me. I think if Austin can clinch this week. So without further ado, let's get to our topic here, boys. I have a question for you guys, opinionated. So there's no stats needed. I just want to hear what you guys think. If you're a sound team in the playoffs right now, let's say a 49ers, an Eagles, a Vikings, who would you rather be matched up with in the wild card? Would you rather be matched up with the Cowboys, who have a great record, the Red Hot Lions, or the Commanders, who have been winning a lot more games than losing lately? Because there's some talk out there that people don't, or that would rather see the Cowboys than the Lions right now, which is insane to me.
So I'm just sitting here thinking, Ross, when the Giants take over for the Commanders since they beat them this past week?
Yes. So yes, the Giants. You're right. Yes, the Giants. I mean, you are correct. Giants are playing good ball right now. They have a dynamic running and throwing quarterback, but I mean, Saquon just took the game over. I mean, he really.
Yeah, and that's what scares me with that team. The Cowboys. I'm sorry, the one team I wouldn't want to face out of those 3 is going to be the Cowboys, and that's just because I feel like the Cowboys are kind of a different breed in the playoffs. They always lose by that one play, and this year I really feel like they're going to actually do something. So I think the one team I really wouldn't want to play is the Cowboys. Dak knows how to somewhat turn it up when it comes to playoff time. And it's always the defense, I feel like, that kind of lets them down a little bit. But if I had to play any of them, it's going to be the Giants. I think the Giants would be the easiest. But if you want me to be real, I'd really like to play the Vikings. I think the Vikings are on a downfall. I don't think they're doing too hot lately. That's who I'd want to play in the first round. I think the Vikings are going to be a one and done in playoffs this year.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Austin, I want to hear what you think on this.
Yeah, I would say the Cowboys as well. I mean, this was a team that at the beginning of the season, people thought that they could win the Super Bowl. And I think while going through the season, they found something that they didn't even know they had in that two-headed backfield, which has been just insane. And then not to mention with the defense and what that D-line's doing, what Michael Parsons is doing, that's just a team you don't want to face. And then lastly, if they do pick up OBJ, I think that offense is going to be scary and you do not want to see them in the playoffs.
Fed up with the OBJ thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he needs to just make a decision. And
Right.
I think he's going to sit out. I don't think he'll see him on the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and if he is, he might be on a snap count. Who knows? I agree. Honestly, when I hear a lot of sports radio, like in sports TV, saying that like the Lions are the team you do not want to play right now due to confidence. You know, they're not scared of anybody. They feel like they got nothing to lose. So that does play a huge part of it. And I mean, the Cowboys have been playing down to their talent lately. They've been playing, they should have lost to the Texans. They did lose to the Jags, and the Jags are not a bad team, but I mean, they shouldn't lose that game. Especially on the fashion that they did. Dak needs to take care of the ball. It's not on him. It was a tip ball, but still. But I mean, did you see that corner that had the pick six? I can't think of his name.
Not Jenkins. Rashawn Jenkins? Isn't that something? He had 2 picks, like 12 tackles.
18 tackles, dude.
Yeah,
18 tackles. Dude went absolutely bananas.
18 tackles. That is insane for a corner. Is he a corner safety?
Yeah, he was a corner. He's a corner. Let me hold on. Rashawn Jenkins, yep. He had 18 tackles, 2 pass deflections, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 1 being a pick six game winner.
Game winner, too. That's wild.
No, they gave him a 95 in Madden, so I was like, yeah, that man, he had to have done something.
Yeah. I mean, you got to look at it this way too. You know, Dallas lost the game, but they also put up 34 points. I mean, the offense, like I said, it's the offense and the defense always lets them down. Their offense is a very scary playoff team.
Yeah.
Always have.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think
So who would you want to play? I know you said you wouldn't want to play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Who would you want to play? Of the entire playoffs, like TT picked the Vikings, which I think is a great pick.
Yeah, I think TT kind of nailed it. I would want to play either the Giants or the Vikings. I just think that the Giants are not complete on offense. They don't have the weapons. They don't have the wide receivers like Daniel Jones. And then the defense is just mediocre. You put that defense up against the Cowboys or up against San Francisco, I think they're going to get walked all over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel the same way as you guys. I'm as a Lions fan, I'm not scared to play the Vikings at all. Do I think they could beat us? Absolutely. Do I think that they should if the game comes down to it? I think they'd be favored. I do think that. I do think we should be 2-0 against them this year if we didn't have a busted coverage with 10 seconds left, but that's how the game goes. If the Jets didn't have a busted coverage against us, we wouldn't be 7-7 right now. So, I mean, it's how the game goes. I think they're
just on a huge downfall. I mean, everything you got Dalvin Cook who's fumbling, you got special teams that looked a mess. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, it was the biggest comeback in the league. I have some things I'd say about it.
You shouldn't be down 33-0 to the Colts. Doesn't matter. It was a great comeback. You win the game. A win is a win. A loss is a loss. You shouldn't be down 33-0 to the Colts.
And the Colts are just that bad. I mean, it really.
They didn't have Jonathan Taylor.
They wanted to lose the game. It felt like.
Yeah, they didn't have Jonathan Taylor, but we'll be able to talk about these teams. I think the AFC side's pretty obvious. The team I wouldn't want to play in the wild card is the Dolphins because it's kind of crazy that they're a wild card team. But also the healthy Ravens are a little scary, as well as, you got the Chargers who are in there as well. So the AFC playoffs is going to be something serious. I mean, they have good teams top to bottom. No one's kind of like, how did they end up here? Everyone's kind of like, hey, we deserve to be here too. We just have a team that's balling out in our division. So I'm going with, I would not want to play the Dolphins, but I also would not want to play a healthy Ravens with Lamar. But then I also don't want to play the Chargers. So I think the AFC division winners are kind of screwed that they have to play one of those three teams.
I
Yeah.
personally
Go
go
ahead.
on. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to see wild card team. Was it Cincy that's one of them?
Since
No,
he's in the division now
No,
because
Cincy's
they
division lead.
it's the Ravens.
Yeah,
But, like,
I'd want to play the Ravens. I'd want to play the Ravens. I don't
Imagine
think
this though.
they're not scary to me.
The Chiefs are the number 2 seed right now. And if the playoffs started today, they would have to play the Dolphins. Like, there's like not even a benefit to being the 2 seed.
Right, 100%. I wouldn't want to play the Dolphins. Like I said all season long, I still think that's one of the best offenses in the league.
They should have beat the Bills this weekend. I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
game was a
100% they
really
should've.
good game.
They should have. They are on a little bit of a slope, I would say. The offensive, the yardage isn't there. The danger's still there. You still got Tyreek. You still got Jalen Waddle. You still got Mike Gesicki, who I think is a very underrated tight end. Trent Sherfield is amazing too. They got speed on that offense. It's such a scary offense. You don't want to play them whatsoever. But if I had to play one, it's going to be the Ravens. Outside of Lamar, I really don't care for the Ravens team at all, outside of Lamar and Mark Andrews. That's the only thing I like about
I
them.
think my final decision would be the Chargers. I just don't. They got some tough losses on that. 8-6 is not where that talented team should be. And who knows who's going to be healthy by the time they get to playoffs, man. That team has injuries on injuries every week. It's just Austin Eckler was almost out. I mean, he came back in the game, but I mean, he was out for a quarter in that game. It's pretty crazy, but that team's very injured.
Yeah, I
Austin?
think for me, I would not want to play a healthy Ravens team. I mean, there's a reason why they went and got Roquan Smith. And with J.K. Dobbins back, healthy Lamar, that offense is going to be nice. Not too many weapons, but I think they can make do with Mark Andrews and is Bateman's out, isn't he?
I think Bateman's out, yes.
Yeah, so like Duvernay and
Duvernay's
They
so
out
yeah,
picked
as
up Sammy.
well.
They picked up Sammy Watkins today.
I think
yeah,
Duvernay's out as well.
Duvernay is out for the season, I believe, after
Yep.
today.
maybe Sammy Watkins can come back and do.
I mean, they have Lamar. There's not really much else they need to do on offense.
No.
I mean, him and Mark Andrews will win a game alone if they have to. They can. They have the
Yeah.
talent. They got Deshaun Jackson, don't they? Or no, who is he with?
Yep. No,
Yeah.
he's with them.
I thought so.
Yeah, he's with them. I tell you right now. He is.
He is.
Yeah, he's with the Ravens.
Yep, Ravens. Yep. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and then-
that's another speedster.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So that
you look
offense
at
would be good.
the receiving threats they had this past week would have been Mark Andrews, Devin Duvernay, who is now out, Demarcus Robinson, Isaiah Likely, Justice Hill is a running back, Oliver's a third string tight end, J.K. Dobbins, Deshaun Jackson, and James Prochet.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's
He
not
went
a
to-
very
I think he
reliable.
went to SMU. I think I remember him. All right. Let's get
Yeah,
to
and then
week 16 here. Go ahead, Austin.
I guess I just quickly, the team that I would want to play would be the Jags, just because they have no playoff experience, pretty much. So young. I
Yeah.
feel like they'd be a quick win in the playoffs.
They got to squeeze in there still.
Yeah.
All right. Week 16, boys. Let's get moving into it here. Thursday night football, Austin's Jags at Austin's hated team, the Jets. Jets favored by 1 in this game at home. Kind of a toss-up. Mike White, Zach Wilson. Not sure who's actually starting that game yet.
Yeah, so
I can tell you who's starting for the Jags, as Trevor Lawrence is playing really good football right now.
Yep. Yeah, and I think
Go
who was it? Salah. I believe Salah.
Yeah,
I think he
Salah.
did come out and said Zach Wilson's going to start it. So
Zach Wilson is starting as of right now. Today's the 20th, right?
Yep.
yeah,
As of the 20th, Mike White has now been downgraded to out. But they have some very questionable players. They have Corey Davis questionable and Quentin Williams along with Denzel Mims.
Quinnen Williams was a 50-50 shot before the Lions game, so I expect him to play. But
Yeah,
I'm still going Jags in this game. Jags had a really good win against the Cowboys. They're playing good football. They're putting up points. Trevor Lawrence is confident. Zay Jones is confident. Marvin Jones is my guy. I miss him in Detroit. I really like the Jags team, so I'm going Jags.
Yeah, Jags are going to be my lock this week. These are my Jags now, I guess. And I wish I could be a fan for the next 5 seasons because I think they have a lot of good things coming with T-Law and ETN, and then those young wide receivers that you just mentioned as well. Zay Jones had another good game last week. They're coming off a good win in OT against the Cowboys, who, like we kind of talked about before, the good team. And Zach Wilson just didn't look good last game.
He just kept throwing up prayers, and the Lions would get lost in coverage.
You guys both went Jags?
Yes.
I'm going to switch it up here. I think the Jets get a win, a very needed win. And I think it's going to switch some things up with Zach Wilson. I think he's going to look, to me, he didn't look awful.
No, he did not look awful.
I thought he made some good passes. Some passes were off. Your defense was real tough on him too. So, but I do think they're going to come out and I think they're going to win. I think that defense is going to suffocate the Jags offense this week.
That defense is for real. I kind of doubted them before we played them because I didn't watch them close enough. I didn't doubt them, but I was like, yeah, they're a good defense. They're ranked really well. I haven't seen much out of them. I don't really know without Quinnen Williams what they look like. No, they are for real.
They're for real. And if Quinnen Williams plays, he's a top interior guy in the league right now. Yeah. I like him a lot. If he plays, I think that's better their chances. So,
yeah, I think the Jets' backfield is just bad though.
Yeah, Lions had him in prison, dude.
Michael Cutter.
Lions had the running backs in prison.
This is also one of those games where the Jags get a huge win and then they always blow the next week. I feel like they do that every once in a while or a lot. So
it's do or die for the Jets at home this week. So I'm not really. Yeah. I think that's a good pick, but I just think the Jags, dude. I don't know. I like that offense.
Would you guys say whoever wins this game goes to the playoffs?
I would say whoever wins this game is in the driver's seat. But I don't see the Chargers losing that spot.
No.
Yeah, I don't see either of these making it.
All right, Saturday games. Bills at Bears. Bills favored by 9 in this game. Bears put up one heck of a fight against Philly. Austin, you were there. How was it?
Good, man. It's cold.
Yeah.
that wind coming in from the lake is no joke.
You guys had unreal seats, though.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, really good seats.
Yeah.
Like 4 rows up, it looked like.
It was, we were sitting up behind the offensive lineman, too. So it was just crazy how big those guys are.
Yeah. So what are you feeling after seeing the Bears?
I think, honestly, if Chicago didn't have Justin Fields, they would be, if not as bad, at least than the Texans. I mean, Justin Fields kind of does it all for that offense. He did have a couple bad passes, but I think Chicago's defense is just so banged up. There's going to be no way they can keep up with the Bills, so I'm going with the Bills.
Yeah, a big injury now also. Sanborn, the Wisconsin boy, is really taking over that inside linebacker's position for him. Is now in the IR. The season's done for Chicago. So,
yeah, I'm going Bills as well. Like I said, Bills are in playoff. They're not really coasting. They're not a team that'll coast. They're going to continue to keep their foot on the gas, and they know that they have to. I mean, the AFC is good. Teams are going to keep winning. All right. Let's go Saints at Browns. Browns favored by 3 in this game. And I'm going with the Browns again. I took them last week, and then I actually watched that game. That was a good game. I liked how they looked. Their defense is legit. I mean, I really like their defense. Deshaun Watson, I'm expecting him to start to get in the flow of things a little bit better. So I'm taking the Browns this week.
Yeah, I'm going with my Saints in this one. I think Andy Dalton, I guess he's doing enough to not lose his job, but Taysom Hill came in and had 80 passing yards and a touchdown. So he looked good. And Alvin Kamara, Saints defense has talent. and I just don't trust Watson yet.
Yeah, so key thing for me is that I seen Nick Chubb did not participate in practice today. Came across my Twitter. So I'm going to follow Austin this week. I do think the Saints are going to win just because they somehow, some way can still win their division, which is insane to me, that we're going to have a team that has a losing record in the playoffs again. So give me the Saints this week just because I think it's going to be them and Tampa. They're going to fight. You know, I believe they actually play each other the last game of the season, right?
I don't know.
No, they already played each other twice. But anyways,
Saints are the better team. I mean, that's,
yeah, I think the Saints are the better team. I really do. And I still think Watson's struggling. I don't think he's.
I meant
Yeah,
over the Buccaneers. They're a better team than the Buccaneers, but
Oh, yeah. The Buccaneers are dog water. So, but give me the Saints this week.
All right. Texans at Titans. Titans favored by 5. If you would ask me 2 weeks ago, I would have said Titans by like 20, but the Texans are playing good football. They took the Cowboys and the Chiefs down to the wire.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go Titans in this game because Derrick Henry. But how healthy Tannehill is has a big role in this. But I'm going Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to go Titans too. I think it's just that situation where the Texans are like, yo, we're showing everyone we can compete, but we do not want to win. So in my mindset, they are tanking, obviously. They got the number 1 pick. They don't want to go anywhere close to losing that pick. So give me, which they're not really close, but I still think that they're going to end up losing this game to the Titans.
Yeah, I was going to go Texans, but I am going to go Titans with you guys. I think Derrick Henry is just too good of a player, and he's going to be the best player on the field at all times. And the Titans did lose the last 4 games in a row, and the Texans are playing people good. But if you look at who the Texans have on that team, it's just like a bunch of nobody trying to make the team. And I think if Tannehill's healthy, he's going to get that win.
A little bit of breaking news here, but not really. Rams center Brian Allen and wide receiver Ben Skowronek.
Ben Skowronek, yeah.
They're both
He's a wide receiver tight end.
out for the rest of the season. That team can't field a team at all. Now, who do they have at running back? Or I mean, at wide receiver now?
Van Jefferson, Tutu Atwell.
Yeah,
Tutu Atwell is like a reverse guy.
Yeah, he's kind of putting up a nice little last few games.
Decent, but I mean, I can't believe every single week they have guys out for. I know the season is 2 games, 3 games, but like still out for season. They have a huge game coming up against the Broncos on Christmas for playoff, or for not for playoff, for draft position. So I mean,
yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. But it's very important to us Lions fans. We need the Rams to lose, but I don't wish that upon any injury. I want them to lose straight up. Just wanted to get that out there. I just saw it come across Twitter on my phone, so I just wanted to say that.
I personally want the Rams to win.
Yeah. Why?
We get a higher draft pick.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
The Broncos beat us, so
yeah, true. Well, you kind of want the Broncos to win too, because then you guys will be in front of the Broncos as well.
Well, the Broncos beat us last week. They're in front of us, or we're in front of the Broncos.
Oh, okay. That's right. All right. Seahawks at Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 10 in this game. This is another very important game for the Lions' playoff hopes. And I'm taking the Chiefs to come through for the Lions in this game. Chiefs at home. You know what? I'm locking this one. Give me the hammer. I'm locking the Chiefs -10. I love the Seahawks offense, but Chiefs at home this late in the year, that's a force.
Yeah, I think this one, the Seahawks are really hitting a down slope right now. I was gonna lock the Chiefs too, but I'm gonna move around. No, I don't like doing 2-on-1. So just give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. I do think they cover that 9.5.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs as well here, mainly because they're at home. I don't know if they covered the 9.5 because that Seahawks defense has looked good all season. But one big thing that happened last game was the middle linebacker for them, Jordan Brooks, went out, who's leading the team in tackles. But yeah, give me the Chiefs in this one.
Yeah, they're also without Tyler Lockett, and then Kenneth Walker is still questionable, hasn't practiced yet. So,
All right. Giants at Vikings. Vikings favored by 3 in this game, hanging on by a thread. Team wise, they're fine record wise. They're in the playoffs, right? They won the division, but performance wise, I know that they want to be playing better going into the playoffs, and I think it does start this week. I'm going Vikings at home. They've had it's pretty rough go arounds. Lions pretty much dominated that game start to finish. Yes, it was close for a while, but Lions really controlled that game in the second half pretty easily. Vikings, they had a 33-point comeback. I mean, they were getting dominated in that game. Yes, cap off, great comeback, awesome win. You shouldn't be down 33 points to the Colts ever without Jonathan Taylor. They were making stupid decisions. Kirk Cousins was not taking care of the ball. Dalvin Cook was not taking care of the ball. They're playing messy football right now, and I think that they do clean it up this week, and they have a bounce back game and they win.
I don't. I think the Giants are hungry, man. I liked what I've seen out of them when they played the Commanders. So I think they're going to do exactly what they did. They're going to keep that game plan, and they're going to win this week. I think they're going to upset the Vikings. Like I said, the Vikings have been playing some sloppy football. I think that continues. Choke Cousins is going to keep on showing, and then I think they're going to pull it out. They need the win, and they're going to secure that spot. So,
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings at home. I think they're going to treat it like a playoff game because this could be a playoff matchup. So I think if they want to get off to a good start going into the playoffs, I think this is a game that they need to win. Yeah, I mean, I hate the Vikings defense, but I think that offense can hold it down.
All right. Bengals at Austin's real team, Patriots. Bengals favored by 3.5 in this game. Bengals are red hot as well.
yeah.
TT, go ahead and start this one. I've been starting them, and I don't want to keep taking words out of your guys'
Yeah,
mouth.
the Bengals are red hot. The Pats aren't. I'm going to lock the Bengals this week. I think they covered the 3.5. I like it. The offense, yeah. Give me the lock.
It's fake, guys. It's foam. It's fake blood.
Yeah. So
look, it's flimsy. I can.
a lot of questionables for the Pats too. It looks like I don't know who's in and out, but I do think the Bengals win this one by like a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals as well. They're playing out of their minds. They want to keep that division lead. This is going to say a lot about this Patriots team. And I know Belichick is a good enough coach, but it's going to say a lot about the team other than coaching and how they bounce back from that loss that they had. I mean, that's just the worst possible way to lose. It's honestly the worst way I've ever seen a team lose, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
My Lions have lost on Hail Marys by Aaron Rodgers, which is heartbreaking. But I mean, we've never tried to do a pitch drill in a tie game and ended up turning it over, which is just biggest mental error I've ever seen. But if they bounce back and win this game, that is a coaching masterclass to get that team back ready to perform and win a game. But I just don't think it happens. The Bengals win this game.
Yeah, I think that's kind of just like a deflating loss that we had, especially when it's a player that used to play on the team. And then to see starting QB, your captain on offense get stiffened like that, it's just deflating. Yeah, I think it's just gonna kind of bring the season down. Like I said, the only good spot on offense has been Stevenson, and then I guess Nick Folk, if you want to count that. But I just think as good as our defense has played all season, I don't think we'd be able to stop that Bengals offense.
I think Mac Jones' face mask is still stuck in the ground.
Yeah,
he was on command, man.
Yeah.
The
whole play is the ultimate command, man. All right. We won't beat you down your team, Austin. Sorry.
Thanks.
Lions at Panthers. Lions favored by 3 on the road after a thriller road win over the Jets, who were at the time a playoff contender. They still are, but at the time they were really really in that spot. They needed that win. They're not out of the playoffs yet, but the Lions went in there and they still snatched one from them. Go ahead, fellas.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be. I think it's going to be an actual dogfight. Actually, I do. I think you guys are going to have a tough game. I do think the Lions win this one. The Panthers are also, like I said, 5-9. They're fighting for that division too, which is absolutely insane. Yeah. But the Lions, I think, are just hungrier. The Lions want it. The Lions are there. I think you guys end up winning this week.
Yeah, I think you guys win as well. I mean, the only reason why, well, not the only reason, but a main reason why the Panthers won 2 weeks ago was because of the ground attack. And against the Steelers last week, they only had 21 total rushing yards. So I think the offense is going to put up points, and I don't think the Panthers can keep up.
That's a good point too, because the Lions have been stopping the run with the best of them lately. They held Dalvin Cook and the Vikings to 20 yards, and they held the Jets to like 50 yards. So they're doing really well on the run. I'm picking my Lions as well. They are just playing unreal football. They are, I mean, it's awesome to watch. This is since like 3 weeks ago, actually, since we lost to the Bills and the playoffs have been like, kind of like, hey, they're kind of in the hunt. The Lions have been playing playoff football. Every game from here on out is a playoff game for the Lions. They have to win, have to continue to win, and I think that they do continue to win this week. All right, fellas.
It's like a must-win too, isn't it, for the Lions?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We have to either win out or so if we win this week and the Commanders lose to the 49ers and the Seahawks lose to the Chiefs, which are both heavily favored to happen, the Lions playoff chances jump to like 80%. All right. And Falcons at Ravens. Ravens favored by 7 in this game. Is Desmond Ridder going again? Are they riding him the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think Ridder's I think that's it. He's it. So I think this one's an easy call. I know we say that a lot, but I think Lamar is going to play this week. I have a feeling he's going to play this week. So even if he doesn't, I still think the Ravens win this one. It's a must need win for them. So
he's still sidelined at practice, but I figured he'd come back sometime soon. With that being said, I'm going to go with the Ravens as well. I think the Ravens win this one at home. Desmond Ridder, he might get baited into some bad throws. That defense is good. I know for a fact their defensive coordinator is good. Mike McDonald from Michigan. Big fan. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Desmond only had 97 passing yards last game. That pretty much says it all. LG had like over 100 rushing yards, so I mean, that looked good, but I'm still going to go with Baltimore, especially if Lamar is in.
I didn't really watch much of that Atlanta game. Did Ridder look good in some of his passes, or was it all checkdowns, or what was it, Austin?
I didn't watch it either.
I mean, it just wasn't that good. I watched a little bit of it because I had Andy Dalton in fantasy, but it seemed like the Saints were doing whatever they wanted, to be honest. I know the score was closer, but
yeah,
I was at the game.
That's right. I forgot.
All right, fellas. Commanders at Niners. Niners favored by 7 this game. Another game my Lions need badly for the Commanders to lose, and I'm picking them to lose that game because the 49ers are that good. Doesn't matter who you put back there at quarterback right now. The rest of their team is that good that it really does not matter. Brock Purdy is playing well. I'm not taking that away from him, but I truly think you could put, a majority of the NFL quarterbacks starter to back up in that offense, and they'll be able to perform.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's guilt, man. He's
looks like it.
Hall of Fame quarterback, 8-time Super Bowl winner, 5-time MVP. Niners are gonna win. They're the best team in the NFC, if you ask me. I don't think anyone's gonna stop them. They're gonna be our representative for the Super Bowl in the NFC, so I think they're gonna win.
I think that as well. I think they're winning the Super Bowl. I think I said that like 4 weeks ago too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the Commanders can't beat the Giants, there's no way they're going to be able to beat the 39ers. Even with all the injuries that San Francisco's had on the offensive side, Ayuk almost handily lost me fantasy last week, so I think he'll bounce back. Debo's supposed to be out again, but Kittle had a big game, so I think he continues to have big games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
still hate the Niners.
but they're damn good. All right. Huge game here. Eagles at Cowboys. Cowboys, it's a must win for them to keep their division hopes alive.
Yep.
Most likely without Jalen Hurts. Cowboys favored by 5 because of that. And I like it. I think I know Gardner Minshew is a decent quarterback, but I think the Cowboys seize the moment. They know that they have to win this game for their division hopes, and I think that they do. I think that if they didn't have all the momentum, knowing it's a must win and getting slapped in the face by the Jags, I think that seeing Jalen Hurts is going to be out was kind of all they needed for motivation. Just kind of, and no one will ever admit that in the league. They want to play whoever's on the field. I get that, but also they definitely know who's playing and who's not playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna anticipate Hurts not playing. That's what I'm gonna anticipate here. And I think that just leads. Even with Hurts playing, I think the Cowboys still win this game. They know it's a must win. 2, the Eagles, I wouldn't say have been playing sloppy, but they're not playing as hot as they were to start off the season, if you ask me. And I think the Cowboys are going to start turning it up here, realizing that they've been playing some booty cheek football lately. So,
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys as well at home. I think that those fans are going to be going wild.
yeah.
They definitely want this win. And I think we find out this week who the MVP is, because if Minshew does decent and they get the win, I don't know if you can give it to Jalen, because it's kind of like the whole offense is good. If Minshew does bad, then I think we see how good Jalen is and how much he elevates that team. Another thing was, like, while at the Eagles game, it looked like Miles Sanders he was just not getting the ball. And when he did, he fumbled and he was like being hesitant in the backfield. And
Yeah, no, he
but
had
I
a
think
rough
that
game.
Eagles defense.
Justin and I started him in fantasy, and he had a rough game.
Yeah.
He had like negative 13 receiving yards or something crazy.
Yeah, it was just he had a bad fumble and it was just not a good game for him.
Yep. All
And you
right.
can't.
So Raiders at Steelers. Steelers favored by 3 in this game. Raiders with an emotional win, and they're winning a lot of games right now. So that Steelers line kind of throws me off. I believe Pickett is still in concussion protocol.
I thought I'd seen something today. Pickett was going to play. I swear
Yeah,
I did.
I think it said that if he's expected to play it. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Steelers at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna
So
do
I
it.
got right here from Adam Schefter. Steelers quarterback Kenny Pickett has cleared concussion protocol and is in
Good.
line to start versus the Raiders.
Good. I like the Steelers at home. I think George Pickens just needs to get like 3 jump balls a game because that dude seems like he always comes down with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going the Steelers, who are stringing together some good wins here. Najee Harris is playing good football. I'm excited to watch them play.
I would take the Raiders. I think the Raiders are coming off a crazy win, and they're like still a little geeked about it. I do think the Raiders are the better team also here, and I think they pull it out.
Yeah, I'm going with Vegas as well. I mean, they didn't look too bad against us. They did give it to Josh Jacobs 22 times, and the Steelers did let up only 21 total rushing yards last game. But I think even if that happens, I think Devontae Adams has a good game. Waller's back. I think Hunter Renfrow's back well. So I'm going with Vegas in this one.
So, how about that pick 6 you guys had? That was sick.
Yeah,
Who's your corner? What's his name? I
Jack
really don't.
Jones.
No, the dude that jumped the route, like right on like the quick screen. It was like Duggar or someone.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he picked off a screen. It was
Like
really nasty.
he shot the gap and picked it off and took it to the house. And it was just like he read the play from the beginning. It was super cool.
Isn't that Kyle Duggar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like in and out of watching it because we were on the way back.
Yeah, I forgot you were gone. All right. Let's move on to the Sunday games. There's a lot of Saturday games. Sunday games. Packers at Dolphins on Christmas. I am taking the Dolphins. I was going to lock this one because the Dolphins are putting a fork in the Packers season this weekend. They end it this weekend. It's over. And this is more me wishful thinking rather than, I do think that the Dolphins win, but I'm praying that they win because I do not want to deal with Lions playing the Packers last game of the year for the playoff spot. Lions are better, but it's in Lambeau. Never know.
Yeah, the Dolphins are finally back at home, so I'm gonna go with them, but I would lock in that over the 50, because I think both offenses are gonna be slinging the ball. Two good QBs, two good teams that have the wide receiving core, both healthy on both sides, I think. So look for a lot of points in this one, and I think with the Dolphins finally coming back home, playing in nice weather, I think put up a lot of points and win.
TT's up to no good over there. He keeps smiling the whole time.
Yeah, because winners got to take risk. Yeah, take a big risk. In my mind, everything's saying Dolphins. Dolphins are going to win, right?
You're a Dolphins guy.
Good team, yeah.
I like the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins a lot. I like McDaniel. I think he's a great coach. He brings a new swagger to the league. But I got to tell you, I don't know what it is, but I think the Packers are going to win. I think the Packers. I don't know what it is. It's down in Miami. The weather's going to be nice. I could see Rodgers going crazy this week. Christian Watson having a big game. I think they're going to feed Aaron Jones a lot. I mean, I really think the Packers are going to win.
So I picked him up in fantasy.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep their playoff hopes alive somehow, and I really do think they're going to somehow sneak away in.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, I mean, they very well could, especially because their season's on the line, and Rodgers does not go during the season being on the line.
Right.
All right. Broncos at Rams. Broncos favored by 2 in this game. I'm going Broncos. I had the announcement earlier about the players being out. The Rams are just picking people up out of nowhere and just saying, hey, we need you to play. Like, anyone outside the stadium know how to run on a slant? Like, it's getting to that point here. They're still a good team. Baker Mayfield made them a better team, but they still are not a good team. I think I just said they're a good team. I did not mean that. They're still a bad team. Baker's made them better. I'm going Broncos. Broncos looked good against the Cardinals, so.
Yeah, same here. I think they looked good last week. Big Pen did enough to win. Latavius Murray was running all over the field. And I think he continues to do that, especially if Donald's out again.
Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to win too. I believe Russ is back. I'm not 100% sure. I think he's coming back. Like I said, I'm not sure, but I think the Broncos win this one.
I think Russ coming back is a huge plus because he was actually playing really well before he got hurt.
Yeah, Broncos are.
Do they even want him to come back though? I mean, you paid him all that money, you might as well get the good pick, and same for next season when you can actually do something. You can't make playoffs. I mean,
I feel like he's the type of guy that he's not going to play that. I'm not sitting out, put me in the game type of guy.
I was just going to say, Wilson would never play for a draft pick. He's trying to win every single game. And he needs to save some. He needs to save some face here too. I mean,
yeah, he does.
He needs to save his coach's job is what he needs to do.
Yeah, seriously. All right, Sunday Night Football, Buccaneers at Cardinals. Bucks favored by 6.5 in this game. Austin, help me out.
I don't know. This is a tough one with how Tom looked on his last 4 possessions, giving the ball away.
Guys, we have absolutely nobody playing. We're literally to our 5th and 6th and 7th string corners.
Yeah.
We have no offensive linemen. We have one of our safeties out. We have our defensive end out. Our quarterback's out. Come on now. We have no one playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bucks. I mean, if TT is telling us this, TT, if he's the one telling us that they have nobody, I'm going Buccaneers in this game. I mean, if Brady loses to Trace McSorley, I know he lost to Brock Purdy, but
Yeah.
that's a good team. Trace McSorley and the Cardinals being on their fifth string, everything is not a good team right now. And they just
Yeah.
kind of got whooped up by the Broncos. I mean, there's just, if they win this game, congrats.
I wouldn't say we got whooped up. We shot ourselves in the foot. It was turnovers. They
Yeah.
got 2 possessions that were really on their side of the field, and they just took it down and scored.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, we led the first half and everything, and things looked good.
I mean,
But
Trace McSorley kind of got screwed. He got thrown into the game right now. Like, he's prepared, but at the same time, it's like,
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks too because they are in the playoff contention and need to win.
Yeah, screw it. Go Cardinals.
Jesus.
that's all right. That's just if they win, great pick. If not, thanks for the free game up on you for the belt.
I don't even care anymore, man.
Monday Night Football, Chargers at Colts. Chargers favored by 4 in this game, and I'm picking the Chargers. There's nothing that you could tell me right now to pick the Colts. They're at home, don't care. Is Matt Ryan still their quarterback? All right, thank you. That's all I need to hear. I don't mean to sound like a hater, but Jonathan Taylor is out. I don't know what to grasp on with that team right now. Chargers have
They're booty.
everything to play for, everything to win for. Chargers are going to win this game. They have to.
Yeah, I don't even need to say anything. I think Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers as well. I think Colts just have to look for next season now.
Yeah, I mean, your best player is out now. I mean, I feel bad for everyone that took him number 1 overall, and now he's not even here for the playoffs.
Yeah.
If they even survive, because he only played like 2 plays. If they won the first round. All right. Random player time. I'm going to give a shout out to Brian Dawkins, the X Factor.
I'm gonna go Vince Wilfork.
I'm gonna go the only guy that can come in and save my team right now, Josh Rosen.
Hey, where did he just sign? He just signed somewhere today.
With Minnesota's practice squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Rosen. What could have been,
Dude, we are dumpster fire.
All right, Austin, I know where my helmet is this week. Give me this helmet. Fellas, another week in the books. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell us your locks. Let us know how we're doing. Let's
Happy
get out of here,
holidays,
boys.
plus.
I can't hear you
Happy
guys,
holidays.
unfortunately. Go Cardinals. Go Patriots. Go Lions. Let's get a playoff push, Lions. One pride. We're out. Peace.
Peace.